recording now, and we will be done. So we begin in 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to start now, aren't I? Oh yeah. This show. Right. Count me in again.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
This show contains spoilers for the talked about subjects. On today's episode of Comics Relaunched, Justice League takes to the silver screen. So does Spidey, stealing the limelight maybe. And we talk about DC as a whole and where it's been, where it's going, what's going to happen, as well as our usual dose of news and random popular culture talking. So here we go for the latest episode of Comics Relaunched, and yeah.
You're listening to two very insane people.
Yes. He's Aaron.
And he's Jake.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a mad few weeks.
Very, very mad.
So I think first we should start with apologising for the last episode.
Oh, yeah, that shitstorm.
So yeah, if you follow us on YouTube, then you won't have known anything. Or Facebook or Twitter, because I just didn't mention it. But the last episode did go on iTunes, but it's only 25 minutes long, and we don't even get into the news. So
I think we got into a tiny bit of it, and then
I listened to it to see where it cut, and it was as I was getting really excited about the idea of Pacific Rim crossing over with Godzilla and King Kong.
Yeah, because then I said, do it, and then all you heard was me saying, do it for the next hour and a half.
My voice was fine.
Oh yeah, crisp.
Yours was
absolutely on point.
And
mine was just shocking.
Hopefully, my voice sounds a lot better than usual as I have a new mic.
Yeah, I would like to say that
it's lovely.
I'd like to say my new computer is actually making any difference, but the equipment's still the same. So
you do sound a little bit better.
Oh, that's a plus. That's a plus. I'll take that.
But yeah, it's been a mad few weeks for us personally. So that's why there hasn't been a show for a while. Or Tales from the Long Box. I quit my job. That was lovely. And
I want to quit my job.
So yeah. So now that I've quit my job, there may be a few more Tales from the Long Box episodes. But I've got.
We could do some movie reviews and stuff as
well. Movie reviews.
Oh, we could try and do some video content, like try and get into the comic book store.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Yes.
I have planned for the sort of late May, early June, for a video special, which will probably end up being about 3 hours long, with the person I've got that's joining us. I haven't told you about this. No, I am planning an Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl post-season analysis with my dear friend Callum Riley, who's the only person I know that also watches every single show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good luck with that one.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. I've been doing a lot of research. I'm absolutely loving those shows this season. So I'm not going to talk about them on this episode or future episodes until we've done the special, because I don't want to spoil anything. So that's fun. Yeah, I'd like to do a bit more video content and get some things out there.
Both of us sitting in a comic book store, just bringing out a comic book and saying it's either crap and not knowing what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're just going to rip off. If you're familiar with the area, where we're from, Cornwall, we got competition now. Well, I say competition. At Basbo Comics in Truro, great shop. It is a good shop. But our friend Darren and his colleague Will now do Chesterfield Chats on a Wednesday afternoon, where they talk about the new comics of the week, and we
had a great idea of actually ripping them off for an April Fool's joke, but because we both went kind of
April Fool's was the day everything went wrong.
Yeah, Like I said,
What was it?
because everything went kind of like a shitstorm, we didn't have the time.
No. But
we
yeah.
would have liked to have done that.
But yeah, so should we jump in with some actual popular culture shit?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So, as always, what we've been watching, what we've been reading, what we've been playing. Now, I'm still playing Horizon. And
How far have you got into it now?
I haven't looked for a while, but I'm probably about 30 hours in.
Alright.
Still think I've got at least half of the game to go.
That's a good thing.
Well, seeing as though my main quest, recommended level, is level 20, and I'm level 30.
Oh, so you've gone off the beaten track a bit.
Well, I do the quest by the levels. So wherever it recommends me, I go and do that quest first.
Okay.
So that way it keeps me going. Because I'm waiting till Persona 5 comes out, which is the end of this week. But that's I need to wait until I finish my essays for uni, really.
That will probably be best because Persona will just absorb you.
So it'll be like what I did for Final Fantasy 15. Just finish my essays, then bang.
But it won't be as disappointing.
And it won't be as disappointing because the reviews are incredible. I haven't been playing anything else. You been playing anything?
I've been on and off playing in the Gwent beta, finally. After having a key for about 3 months, I decided to play it. Again, because Hearthstone's new set will be out, well, I'm betting it's out tomorrow for the United States, Wednesday for everywhere else.
Yeah.
So I kind of need a bit of filler before the Hearthstone new stuff comes out. Gwent, I would say it's good. You can definitely tell it's a beta. There are quite a few like minor bugs here and there.
Yeah.
Like game starts and stuff like that. Our friend Ben's a little bit too obsessed with that.
Well, at least I've lost my train of thought there.
It was a good start.
Well,
it
might be a beta and it might have problems, but it's got less problems than Mass Effect Andromeda, and that's out.
Yeah, apparently they outsourced the facial mapping.
Oh, it looks so bad. I watched like a video, like a collection of animations.
Yeah, I feel like they were fobbing them off with that one. It's like, oh yeah, it wasn't done in house. Honest. Other than that, I'm looking forward to playing a board game called Blood Bowl.
Blood Bowl.
Essentially, for people who are not in the know for models and stuff like that, it is mixed American football with blood and gore and high stakes blood sports.
Woo!
So it's kind of what you would want from American football, but you would never get.
I just like that there's dwarves. We might have to pause a sec. We're gonna have to pause.
And we're back in the room.
Sorry, my father called me.
It's alright. I might end up having a call at some point as well, so we might have to pause again, so you never know.
Anyway, so yeah, so we've done video games.
Yes.
And Blood Bowl.
Yep.
So, we've been watching anything?
I rewatched the original Ghost in the Shell last week in preparation of the new one.
Have you heard this thing about Scarlett Johansson blatantly lying?
No.
So Scarlett Johansson in an interview said that they hadn't whitewashed the character.
Right.
And then apparently in the film, it actually her character's actually Japanese.
Oh.
So she's just blatantly lied.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah.
I want to watch it still. I probably will watch it this week.
I think I'm just gonna wait until it comes out on. I've heard mixed. I've heard people say it. I've heard shockingly bad to it's good.
Okay.
So I think I'm just gonna wait. But I've heard it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of sustenance by the sound of it.
Well, it's one of those ones which is. It's why I rewatched it, The Ghost in the Shell, again, because of the fact that it's such a complex subject and film thought that even while watching it, it's hard to understand really what's going on entirely, even after like 3 or 4 watches.
Yeah.
They're going to have to simplify that so much for a 2.5 hour tops film for the masses.
Mm.
So, never mind.
But no, that's what have I been watching? Well, I've been watching Arrow, Flash, and all that. That's been good. I've been watching more sort of stuff that isn't to do with comic books.
Yeah, I have.
I've been watching a show called This Is Us, which is just a family drama, and it's absolutely brilliant. It makes me cry every single episode. It's deliberately designed to make you cry every episode. Got the big one.
Oh, hang on. What is happening?
Oh.
Sorry, folks, hang on. We're having some technical difficulties here. In the fact that the connection has gone slow.
You got a little bit.
Hang on.
Yeah, you went a little bit. You ruined River then.
Welcome back to the show. This is going to be a bit weird. It's been a jump of 48 hours for us since last recording attempt.
We had some connection issues.
Which, now this would be one of those ones of people. I know we don't have anyone email in. If you can answer the riddle of what on earth I've done with my computer, I'll be quite happy to know. I've currently got 2 adapters plugged in, and somehow have made everything better. I don't know how, I just have. But anyway, so
we were talking about Iron Fist.
That is true.
And it's been 2 extra days, and I still haven't watched any more episodes.
Nor have I. I have watched Game of Thrones and the new Ghost in the Shell film.
Fair enough. I'll just wrap up what I want to say about Iron Fist.
Go ahead.
So, all the boardroom stuff is really shit. I couldn't care less about the business side of this, and how many times you can see a scene where Ward and Joy are sat in a room going, what are we going to do about Danny? I don't know how many times you can do that scene.
Yeah, it's very boring. And the other problem with it being, it's just how much scotch can Ward put down his throat.
Colleen Wing is the best thing about the show.
Oh yeah,
hands down. The best thing about the show. Those scenes of her in the cage fighting, awesome. Danny's fine. Not really got much of a personality, but I like Finn Jones. He's got something going on.
It gets better after you get past, because you're still in the Who is Danny Rand arc, aren't you?
No, I'm on episode 8.
Oh, okay.
So it's got a little bit better.
Yeah, he kind of gets more personality when the hands turn up properly.
Yeah. Obviously Rosario Dawson's character turns up later on, and she's always good.
Yep.
And the episode 6, directed by RZA, is the best episode so far. And that's like a classic climb the tower kung fu movie, fighting different people. That was fun. But overall, it's just sort of, it's fine. It's not as bad as people make it out to be.
That's kind of how it's been though for the last few Netflix Marvel shows though. It's been
I really like Luke Cage.
Yeah. They've been so different from the beaten path. Like, can we not?
Well, it took me 6 months to watch Luke Cage. More than that. So.
I still haven't even attempted to, because it's one of those ones of, it just doesn't look for me. Out of all of them so far, Iron Fist looked like the one for me, and I am enjoying it. And I'll probably go back and watch Daredevil now.
Oh, Daredevil's so good. Season 1 of Daredevil was just incredible.
But, go ahead.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really have that much to say on it. I'll slightly come back to it in a minute when we talk about what we've been reading. But,
yes.
Ghost in the Shell then, Aaron.
Yeah, I can actually give my review. I'll give 2. I'll give the TLDR version of it, and then an extended one. So the TLDR one, folks, is don't believe all the gripe. It's actually quite good.
I've heard a lot of mixed reviews.
I've seen nothing but stomping and shaming on the film. I I'm well aware of the essentially the lore and the original content of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
What they have done is they have simplified the story quite a lot.
Of course, they have to.
But as a bonus, because even when you simplify the original Ghost in the Shell film, or animated film rather, the story is there's not a lot there. So what they've done is they've added in their own bit of story and a part of an anime season to kind of bulk it up a bit more and to give more character to Major. So otherwise she's quite boring. Okay, let's get the racist card out of the way of it all, because it's been like the biggest one of casting Scarlett Johansson as Major.
I think we'd mention it when we did when we record. I think I mentioned the thing where she blatantly just lied.
Well, she didn't, because they haven't.
Not?
No, they haven't. If you paid attention, this is where I don't get whether people go, oh, they've just. If you actually pay attention to the film, and this is going to be spoilers a little bit.
Well, we're a spoiler show, so go ahead.
So you see, of course, the whole thing is you see the construction of Scarlett Johansson, or Major's body, and the brain being put into the head, which is a new part, because it used to be, they found a way of putting the soul in there, but that's beyond the point. Just makes it, again, like I said, simplifies it a bit more. If you're actually putting a brain in there, you can see it. But as they go through the whole thing of she's finally understanding her identity, because she finds out there's been a massive conspiracy theory to make her into like the ultimate anti-terrorist soldier. You see how she was captured by and killed by the company who take her brain and put it into the shell. And it's an Asian actor who's the original Matoko Kusanagi.
Right.
And it's just the android body just happens to
Scarlett
be Scarlett Johansson. So yeah, it's just one of those ones of. And she actually visits her mother, Asian actor, a Japanese actress.
Can we just ask a broader question about anime for a second?
Go for it.
If anime is Japanese,
yes,
why do none of the characters ever look Japanese? Well, majority. Why do they all just look like tall, white American people?
Huh.
Have you never thought about that? Because it's bothered me forever. Because they do. You got to admit they do. They look like just white people.
Yeah, and it's
like you've got some that look Japanese, like Brock from.
No, I know what you mean now.
But even him, he looks more black.
It's like the art style kind of. I wonder if it's one of those ones of, again, for the art styling of animes and mangas. Again, mangas are black and white forms, so you can't really do olive skin tones and stuff like that. So you had literally it was black or white. And past that, I'm unsure, to be honest. I wonder. I don't know if it's like I don't know. That was going to be like a Western idealism thing, or like it's just,
it could be something from because really manga and anime was properly developed in that sort of towards the late 70s.
Yeah, which is.
So it could be something to do with the U.S. occupation. You never know. It could be something to do with that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, kind of over the top, like their lives ended up being. It's a weird one. I'm with you on that one, but no. Anyway, the visually and this again back to Ghost in the Shell. Visually, so I went to see it in 3D, and I don't watch hardly any films in 3D, and it was mainly because due to timings. The timings on that film were so bad in the cinema. It's like 3:30 for one showing, and then 8 for 2D, and the 6 o'clock showing for 3D.
Yeah, 3D showing's always weird and awesome.
It's worth seeing the way it's being produced. It had, again, it's one of those ones if it had the idea of 3D in mind.
Oh yeah, and so. But when I saw that GIF that was going around of the robot from it.
Oh, the geisha.
The clockwork geisha thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? Because I just thought it was a woman in a mask.
No, it's not.
When I saw it in the trailer, and then I
Yeah.
saw that GIF, and I was like, Jesus Christ!
It's very, visually it's so amazing. It's one of those ones that I still stand by the fact that it'll probably win awards for it.
Mm.
Even though this is a Star Wars year, I'm saying, well, it's a Star Wars year, but
Every year it's a Star Wars year,
for
Aaron.
the next 15 years it's going to be a Star Wars year, but I would say this one can take it quite happily. It's a very striking film. However, should have had an epilepsy warning. There was one scene in there which it completely blacks out and there's electro sticks going around, and it really hurts your eyes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can say about it, really.
On a filmmaking level, on an entertainment level, rating.
On an entertainment level, I would give it 3.75 out of 5.
And on a proper filmmaking level.
Filmmaking, I would break that down into visuals and acting. Visuals, 4.5. Acting, 2.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about Scarlett Johansson.
Weirdly,
but everyone's obsessed with her, but I'm yet to have been impressed by her.
Weirdly, her wooden acting in this helps.
But she is supposedly a robot.
Yeah, she's. I follow orders, and it's like, yeah, that works. However, Takeshi Hongo appeared as one of the major characters in it, and if you don't know who Takeshi Hongo is, he's a major Japanese actor who's been in the business since the 1970s, I want to say.
Yeah.
And it's still going. And the major one that English people know him from is Takeshi's Castle.
No, that's Takeshi Kitano.
Oh, that is Takeshi Kitano. Is it Takeshi Kitano? I can't remember.
Yeah, because he's also in Battle Royale and Zatoichi.
I can't remember if it is actually him in this.
Yeah, it is.
Takeshi
Hongo. Let me have a look. I'll have a Google.
Yeah, I'm just checking now. Because I can't remember. I'm already... Boom.
Takeshi Kitano. Yeah, he's Takeshi Kitano.
Yeah, it is Takeshi Kitano. Why was I thinking Takeshi Hongo?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is him in there.
I love him so much.
They make him a badass, because the character before was all about wit.
He's always a badass.
Well, no, it's one of those ones. The character in the original kind of source material was just more... He was a badass, but it's wit and kind of just like the cold, cool tactician. They gave him a 6-shooter in this one, and he's quick draw McGraw with that bad boy.
Oh yeah, quick draw McGraw.
Shooting down bad boys. Like, oh, this guy's
When are we getting a quick draw McGraw comic, Aaron? With all these Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Well, yeah, why haven't we got quick draw McGraw?
We'll come back to that in a minute. So that's Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah, it's one of those ones. It beats the gripe.
Yeah, I've not seen it, and I probably won't see it until it comes out.
No, that's fair enough. It's one of those ones of... It's only an hour 47.
Yeah.
But you can kind of tell... It's one of those ones of wait until it comes out, because while the visuals do, again, like Doctor Strange, aid themselves well to a bigger screen, there were 7 of us in this screening, and the film's only been out for a week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, at least your film that you wanted to see that came out this week actually came out into your local cinema.
That is true.
I wanted to see Free Fire, but it didn't come to local cinema.
Well, the next major one I want to see that is not a comic book property is Dark Tower, and that's already been
Fast and Furious 8. Fast and Furious 8.
Oh, there is one more thing about Ghost in the Shell, and it was a fun little tidbit that I saw that my partner didn't. And near the ending of it, because there's lots of visual billboards you see everywhere. That's like one of the major things. There is a corgi, or actually I'll prefer to say Doge, dressed in a suit, giving the news.
Like the meme?
Yes.
Oh!
Doge gives
That's my favourite meme.
Yeah, Doge is giving the news in his little suit with his little red tie. I saw it and I started laughing, and my girlfriend just looked
That is the most 2017 thing to ever happen.
Yeah, she looked at me like, and then after the film, I was like, "What were you laughing at?" There's a corgi dressed. It's like there's a corgi dressed in a suit giving the news. So, I missed that. Oh, you missed this bit.
Oh, cool. Anyway, so moving on to what we've been reading. Now, I've been reading a lot over the last few weeks of older stuff.
What have I read?
I've read... right, now this is where we go back. We sort of backtrack a little bit. Because I wasn't being overly impressed by Iron Fist,
Yeah.
I decided to read Marvel Premiere featuring Iron Fist, issue 15 to 25.
Isn't that the first appearance of Iron Fist?
First appearance of Iron Fist and his first 2-ish story arcs.
Yeah. And
Oh my
first
god,
Colleen Wing.
first appearance of Colleen Wing's in there. And it's also like the birth of the Colleen Wing Misty Knight relationship as well.
Oh, right.
It's so good. Especially the first arc, which tells the origin and essentially looks kind of like what they've based the TV show on. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun. But Danny Rand's very different in the 70s to as he is now. He was very serious.
Yeah, it's kind of. It also depends on the writer, because I mean, if you read the latest Iron Fist book.
Yeah, the thing is every writer has him with a very different personality. Like Bendis and David Walker both have him very comedy, whereas like the original and Ed Brubaker and Matt Fraction and what looks like Ed Brisson's doing. Yeah, he's going to have him quite serious again. So he's a weird one. I don't think he's ever really had a defining run yet, because really. Runs don't last very long. He's got the closest we've got is Matt Fractions.
He's got the Doctor Strange syndrome of
a
brilliant concept character on his own, but never gets the opportunity to be on his own.
No. And while, from all accounts, Jason Aaron's run on Doctor Strange has been good, I don't think it's going to go down as a defining run.
It might end up being his defining run, because I think it's like his longest run he's had.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always struggled with Doctor Strange for some reason. But yeah, I've been reading that. That was fun. I read Batman Shaman, which is the first 5 issues of the 1989 comic of Legends of the Dark Knight.
Oh, okay.
Which sort of follow on from Year One. Yeah. It's a very early story of Batman. That's good. That's very good. There's sort of like this weird cult thing going on in Gotham. And it's I think it's the first appearance of Santa Prisca, which is where Bane's from. But obviously Bane didn't come around for like another 5 or 6 years.
But it's set up on the prison stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, it was set up Santa Prisca, which is cool. That was good. But my top notch of what I've been reading. Now, Jeff Lemire hasn't had the best of times recently over at Marvel. And he's been showing, while Old Man Logan was good, Extraordinary X-Men fell down a bit. But then he did something else that was good, and then something else wasn't very good. And he's all over the place, and now he's quit Marvel. Yeah. From all accounts, pretty much all of his indie stuff is smash out of the park. So I decided I'm going to read one of his indie books. Mm-hmm. And I decided to go with the one that's got the least issues. And go with Black Hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Jeff Lemire and Dave Ormston. This book is incredible. It's what Jeff Lemire would do for Marvel and DC if he had no restrictions.
So, let's give us a synopsis.
Right, so there's a group of ex-superheroes that have been trapped in this small town without their powers, and they're trying to find some way out. But the first 6 or 7 issues are sort of telling their origins as well. So each issue's got a different character, follows one of the different characters, and it goes back. Now this is where it gets interesting, because these characters are blatant rip-offs, and deliberately so. So you have Abraham Slam, who's essentially the Captain America of the group.
Yeah.
And is pretty much just Captain America. Like, there's even a scene where he's trying to apply for the war, but gets turned down because he's too skinny.
Oh, good grief.
But then it's sort of also a bit of like Al Pratt in there from Justice Society, so he gets trained and gets buffed up and stuff.
Yeah.
He's a boxer as well, so he's also got a bit of wildcat in him. A lot of them, they've sort of got one person that they're heavily inspired by, and then they take bits from everyone else. Then you've got Golden Gale, who is essentially Shazam, but backwards. So instead of when she shouts Shazam, or Frazar, or whatever it is that she shouts, instead of going into an adult, she's like a late teen that goes into a 9-year-old's body.
What?
And when she got trapped in this new world, she got trapped as a 9-year-old, and she's apparently now like a 54-year-old woman trapped in a 9-year-old's body.
Oh, Christ.
And she still has to go to school and stuff, and it's just this rebellious little bitch. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then you have, and this is my favourite, the Barb Alien, whose real name is Mark Marks, and is a Martian. But is also gay, by the looks of it. That's fun. It's just... And then you've got Colonel Weird, who is essentially just Adam Strange. And he's also involved with the equivalent of the Negative Zone and the Phantom Zone and stuff.
Alright.
Then you've got Talkie Walkie, who's half cyborg, half vision, half... he's also sort of a sarcastic robot as well, so he's also got a bit R2-D2 C-3PO style to him as well, and he's fun. And then you got Mother Dragonfly, who's their witchy character, and she's got a bit Scarlet Witch, a bit Raven in her. And that's the main core team, but they had a final character in the team called Black Hammer, who's the basis of the book, who is just Thor.
Right.
But received his hammer in a very similar way to Hal Jordan's Green Lantern.
All right.
And then when he finds his hammer, but he died in the process of them coming to this new world.
Oh.
But they did his origin in issue 7, and it's he goes to this place, and they're essentially the new gods. So he's Thor, but he's with the new gods, and there's a Mr. Miracle character and a Big Barda character, and a Odin/High Father character. There's also and the big villain is called the Anti-God, who's essentially a mixture of Darkseid, Anti-Monitor, and Galactus. Jesus. And then but the thing that topped this, and I was loving this series, but then in issue 7, there's a Lockjaw equivalent.
Really?
And it's just a pug.
Oh, that's so good.
But he's got the little thing on his head as well. It's so... How they've managed to get away with this, I have no idea. But it's so good. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But it's also actually... It's got quite a lot of heart in it as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that they're dealing with is quite heartfelt. So yeah, they're the old stuff I've been reading, the older stuff, or Black Hammer's currently going. But I just want to give a shout out to DC's Hanna-Barbera crossovers. They were bad, except for one of the crossovers.
Which one?
Which was Booster Gold Flintstones.
That one makes no sense.
That's just a match made in heaven, and has the quote of the year.
Yeah.
Which is, damn it, the dodo keeps eating all my socks. Because he has a dodo living in his house. Because Booster Gold has a dodo living in his house.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's Booster Gold. But the best thing to come out of these crossovers... Do you remember probably about 2 months ago, we talked about the Snagglepuss comic that's coming?
Yes, we did.
Where he's a gay Southern playwright.
Yeah.
Well, there was sort of a prelude to that in the back of the Suicide Squad Banana Splits crossover.
Right.
And it's the best comic I've ever read in my life, Aaron.
Yeah?
It's hilarious. It is so funny. It's so funny. And it's so hard to explain. So I just recommend that everyone goes and reads it. It's written by the guy who writes Flintstones, which is genius in itself. It is a genius book, that. And I think this is going to be the next bit. This is going to be everyone's what? It's going to be another Vision, where everyone's like, really? Fuck off. That's still going to be good. And then everyone's like, oh my god, that's amazing. It's just, Snagglepuss is explaining his first play to his dog friend. I've forgotten the dog friend's name.
Oh, I know the one you're on about, the blue dog.
No, not the blue dog. That's Huckleberry Hound. But, no, there's another dog. And he's like, and we were doing the play, and everything went up in flames. And it was just flames, but nobody realised they were fake. And there were flames even. There were just flames. And I was just, and he's really camp, and I just love it.
Now,
so good.
Can we do a shout out for the worst thing I've seen so far of this week?
Is this the Jetsons backup?
No.
Oh, that's something special. What have you got?
So, of course, now it's New Comic Book Day.
Yes.
America #2 came out from Marvel.
Is this the thing that got posted on Reddit this morning with
is.
With the title, "This comic is fucking terrible"?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, Jesus. So,
I read the first issue and I couldn't finish it. I could not finish it. It's really bad.
Why is this a thing? No, actually, let's square this right back up to square one. Why is America Chavez a thing?
Because but America Chavez goes back to before this whole massive diversity thing.
Yeah. Still.
But it's like the thing is, right, and I just want to bring this up because this week there's a lot of talk about diversity going on in comics, because the Marvel head of sales was like, oh, people don't want diversity characters and people don't want female characters. That's bullshit. People don't care about diverse characters or female characters. They could take them or leave them. What we want is good fucking writing. And the book America Chavez is not good fucking writing.
No.
It's so stupid. She can punch holes, star-shaped holes, and travel through them. And now she's punching Hitler in the face and making a joke about how, punching Nazis, because that was topical, fucking 3 months ago.
However,
yes.
At the same time, X-Men Prime.
The
primer for
X-Men Gold.
Blue and X-Men
well, all of the X-Men titles. Now, I've got some things to say about this.
Yes.
And I'm quite angry with the way this has gone down. Because I enjoyed X-Men Prime. I didn't think it was brilliant. I enjoyed it. The art was terrible, because Kitty's eyes were all over the place.
Yeah. And she looked like she was about 46.
Yeah. But the thing that's made me really angry is Inhumans Prime was better.
Wow.
And I'm not saying better because one's bad and the other one's bad, but still better. Inhumans Prime was good. And the thing that's made me more angry is just before we recorded this, I read Royals issue 1. And that was really good.
Now, what X-Men title's coming out this week?
X-Men Gold. I haven't read it yet.
But
I've heard, 7s.
Okay, well, I'll be picking up Gold anyway. What concerns me is, after I saw some solicitations for the next coming months...
Logan.
In X-Men Blue.
Yeah, it's not going to be Logan. Or if it is, it's going to be Logan from the past, and then he's going to go back again.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those ones of, we don't need more Wolverines again.
No. Unless it could be Darken.
If it's Daken, yes, happy. Actually, no, I wouldn't be happy, because Daken's dead.
Yeah, but so's Red Skull.
Red Skull.
He is actually dead.
Yeah.
In today's issue of Captain America, he's thrown out of a window by Cap.
Yeah, I just saw that image there. That's fine. So's Xavier.
I was like, oh, good. Xavier's brain's gone. Johnny Storm incinerated that to keep it away from Cap, but he didn't know about Cap yet. He just didn't want to give it to Cap because Cap was going to give it to S.H.I.E.L.D. He wasn't, but that's what he said he was going to do. Yeah. The thing is, right, is from what I can see, the problem is, right, with the X-Men stuff, is it might be that look like they're going in the right direction, but they don't have the talent.
Marvel is losing a lot of talent.
You have Mark Guggenheim you have the guy that is the reason Arrow season 4 and 3 were awful. He also wrote Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
Not the TV show, the really bad comic.
Didn't really matter either way there.
Yeah. Writing X-Men Gold. You have Cullen Bunn, who's just and seems to be the go-to guy when they just need a filler book now. It's just like, I'll get Cullen Bunn on it. He's the new Charles Soule.
Right.
Cullen Bunn's writing X-Men Blue. You do have Greg Pak on Weapon X, so that will probably be okay. And then the rest are not really that anyone of any note. Except Astonishing X-Men, which is Charles Soule. But now they've announced that it's going to have rotating artists for every issue.
Oh, I'm not going to lie.
And when your flagship book has rotating artists, that's awful. That's not a good idea. It's really not a good idea.
See, my issue is also with characters, and this is going to be a bit hypocritical because of Spider-Man.
But before I say that, why is the X-Mansion in Central Park?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Why did they decide, we're going to put it here? Why?
When there's a space at Westchester for it.
Yeah. No, we're going to make so bold. Right. So you just ruined everyone else's fun in Times Square. Not Times Square, in
Central Park.
Central Park. You just ruined everyone's fun. People are going to have a nice day out. We're going to, soak up some sun in the greenery, away from the city. Can't now. Mutant Mansion. Dickheads. Dickheads.
It's just, right, characters.
Yeah, so again, like I said, this is a bit hypocritical coming from me because of the Spider-Man problem, the Spider-Man issue. Why do we keep, especially it's Marvel over everybody else?
Is this about the young X-Men?
Well, it's just in general. Why do we have to have multiple copies of nearly every single character these days?
Have you read the final issue of All New X-Men?
Which version?
Issue 90, the new one that came out last week.
I haven't.
So essentially, it turns out that they can't go back. They went back, but there were already versions of them there, so they can't go back.
Right. Thanks, Marvel. You're dickheads. Because my issue is not just with the mutants, it's with every single one of their characters right now. You have two Captain Americas, you have two Thors, you have two of every X-Men.
Technically you got like two Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel. Although they're completely different, really. Yeah, forget that, they're completely different.
You have,
15 Wolverines.
15 Wolverines. How many do you want to count for
200
Spider-Man?
Spiders.
Yeah.
900 Iron Men. And 1,000 Squirrel Girls.
And just as many Deadpools.
I'm just making things up now.
But you just got it's like,
yeah,
do we need
Marvel sound like they're gonna do a big change up with how they're working. They're gonna have to. And we'll come back to that later. There's a bit of news that comes into that.
Oh, I think I know what one you're on about. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you've been reading that you want to bring up?
Shout out to Red Sonja, the new
Shout
one.
out to the finale of Superman Reborn.
Yes.
Because that was bloody brilliant.
That was amazing.
And shout out to today's Superman, where it's got the best quote of the week, which is, "Batman doesn't eat pie."
So if you had to say, which one would you recommend? Let's say someone came in on Reborn, which one would you recommend?
Superman. Superman, hands down.
Right, then Superman I'm picking up.
Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason just get the father-son dynamic.
Right.
So well. Action Comics is great if you want action. If you want better storytelling, Superman.
Solid.
And Suicide Squad's going to be in the next arc of Action Comics, so you want to have that. Anyway, yeah, shout out to Batman, because Iron Bane has been a brilliant arc. And I want to give a shout out to a Marvel book, but I'm struggling. Shout out to the finale of Unworthy Thor.
There you go.
Gore was right, everyone.
Oh,
but
I loved that whisper.
That was so good. And we've got a new Thor coming, so there's going to be 3 Thors. To go back to your point.
Yeah.
I just want Beta Ray Bill back to be Thor. That's what I want.
Or have him as a Thor in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Unworthy Thor was so good. So good. Ooh, hang on a minute.
Yes.
What if Odin's son does become a Guardian now?
Oh, yeah.
He is supposed to become a Guardian at some point.
Well.
We've been told by the future of Thor. But then again, future of Marvel ever meant anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we've been reading. Because I'm bored of talking about that now, and I've got some news to talk about.
Yeah, we just do some news rants, then we'll just...
Well, then we'll briefly talk, at the end, talk about trailers.
Oh, yes, trailers.
We'll do that at the end. So the Hugo Awards nominations were announced today. And they always have a comic section. But they refer to it as the best graphic story.
Oh.
Because, no DC books.
Right.
3 Marvel books.
Oh, right.
And 3 Image books.
Okay.
So I'll start with the Image books.
Yeah.
Now, I already know which one you want to win out of these. So there's Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chang, which by all accounts is very good.
That's good, yeah.
Saga by Brian K. Vaughan
very
and
good.
Fiona Staples, which is beloved.
Yep.
Monstrous, Volume 1.
Yeah, it wins.
Written by Marjorie Liu and art by Sana Takeda. Especially Volume 1. Yeah. Especially Volume 1. Because I think the second arc was a bit like, but the first arc was incredible.
It's a slower, but I still like it a lot.
Yeah, I still like it. But, so, the Marvel books.
Yeah, alright.
Now, my hopeful winner is in this. Out of the books that have been, the 6 books that have been nominated. Black Panther, Volume 1, A Nation Under Our Feet, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates and Brian Stelfreeze. So, yeah. Ms. Marvel, Volume 5, Super Famous, by G. Willow Wilson and Takeshi Maezawa.
Ugh.
It's playing up to the market, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, or not by the sound of it, because sales are bad at Marvel. And lastly, The Vision, Volume 1 by Little Work, and written by Tom King, illustrated by Gabriel Hernandez Walter.
Oh, okay.
That's, to be honest, it's between... I think it's probably between Paper Girls and Vision.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm biased towards Monstrous anyway, because I adore all of it, but...
Vision's so good.
Between the two, I would probably give it to Vision just because of how much it did.
And yeah, it's something so different.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that in a superhero book.
It was very impressive.
Tom King is just nailing it. He's just here.
He knows how to write. That's what we need these days. We need an actual...
It's like, that first Batman arc was like, oh, okay. And then he then got dragged into a crossover, so it's like, but then with the 2 Bane arcs, just, And obviously Omega Men, I've not read it, but it's supposedly brilliant.
Omega Men is absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Legion has been renewed for Season 2.
Yes.
Which was inevitable, because of how critically acclaimed it is.
Why have you heard that someone's got interest in it?
Who's got interest in it?
Patrick Stewart.
Oh!
He has said that he would be intrigued to have a guest appearance in Legion Season 2.
Cool. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I've got all of them. I've got all recorded on my Sky Planner, and I'm going to binge watch them at some point. I'm so busy at the minute, I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I've got the other 6 to go as well.
So I'm really looking forward to it, especially though I've seen a few spoilers that make me very excited. James Gunn has confirmed Guardians 3.
We kind of
inevitable.
Yeah.
Now this is the first of several, but it's all out of order. Injustice 2 announcements. Firestorm has joined Injustice 2.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's Jason Rush, the Black Firestorm.
Oh, so the modern Firestorm.
Yeah. The Venom movie is still happening.
Oh, okay, sure.
And is scheduled for October 5th, 2018, and goes into production very soon.
Right.
And apparently this is not in the MCU. And apparently after Spider-Man Homecoming 2, neither will Spider-Man.
Wait, what?
Sony are going to pull him back out again. Apparently they're just going to make a big Spider-Man universe again, like the plan was 5 years ago before all of this. So, you know.
It's one of those ones of, in a way, I feel that could be smart.
Yeah.
In another way, that could be really dumb.
Oh, we'll come back to Spider-Man later, about Spider-Man Homecoming. I've got some words about that.
Okay.
That October 5th, 2018 was the same date as Aquaman. But Aquaman has been pushed back to December 21st, 2018. So that's going to clash with Star Wars, probably.
Well, if Aquaman was going to get seen,
yeah.
it ain't no more.
Tom King, as we've been talking about Tom King,
will
be writing post The Button and the crossover he's doing, and a few issues down after that, will write The War of Jokes and Riddles, which is his first Joker story. And that's coming in July, and will be a flashback story of the War of Joke and Riddles, which was name dropped in issue 19 of Batman.
See, this is what I like about King. He is one of those ones of, it's got Batman on the title, but you don't need to use Batman all the time.
Yeah. So it will be in the Batman main series. And apparently following that, he will write the first story arc that will deal with the fact that there are 3 Jokers, which I'd completely forgotten about until I heard about that. That's the one thing from that Rebirth special it wasn't even in the Rebirth special, that was it? It was in Justice League.
It was in Justice League, yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. So James Gunn, again, confirmed that Sylvester Stallone is in Guardians 2 and is playing a major Marvel character. I so hope Sylvester Stallone is playing Adam Warlock. And
what if he's playing Captain Marvel?
Oh, that'd be amazing. And also has announced that Lex Luthor himself, Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville, is also in the cast.
Ooh.
I like Michael Rosenbaum, because he's the only man to have voiced Lex Luthor and the Flash.
Well, what is this? Hang on, I've just saw another really, really annoying news story.
Right.
Marvel's New Warriors is
this is on my list. This is on my list. So a Squirrel Girl led New Warriors comedy show is coming to Freeform, which is the same channel that Cloak and Dagger is coming to. It's gonna be bad. If you're gonna do a New Warriors TV show, you lead it with Nova.
What I like about that, though, is that they've said it's comedy-centric, because it's already a bloody joke.
Yes, it's not great, is it? Anyway, in slightly better news, there are 2 Batman one-shots coming, which will be the prelude to this summer's big event, which we'll get to later on. There are Batman Dark Days. Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV will be writing these, with Jim Lee on art, Adam Kubert on art, and Sean Romita Jr. on art. So that should be fun. Injustice 2 adds Cheetah to the roster. So Wonder Woman's finally got a villain in there.
Yep.
Michael Pena will return in Ant-Man and the Wasp. which I'm very looking forward to. He was the best character in I don't know why.
Jeremy Renner's going to be doing something as well.
That's been debunked.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know why I posted this on the Twitter, but I did. Lena Luthor is sticking around in Supergirl and has been promoted to a series regular for season 3.
Oh.
She has been very good. She has been very good on this series, and the fact that Supergirl showed me the Lex's power suit, I'm still hard over that. That was amazing. So now this is an interesting one. I think a couple episodes ago we talked about that David Harbour had screen test for Cable.
Yes.
Well, apparently he's no longer the front runner, and Michael Shannon is the front runner for Cable.
Huh.
And I'm weirdly okay with that. I like the idea that they are doing an older Cable.
Yeah, I got nothing against that, really.
No, he's a good actor. He's a bloody good actor. Katie Cassidy rejoins Arrow as a season 6 regular as Black Siren, the evil Earth 2 version of Black Canary. So that's fun. Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy game is coming April 18th and looks like it could be quite a lot of fun.
I was thinking about picking it up, yeah.
I'm going to get it, so we'll probably talk about that next time.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 times. Gary Barlow has a Star Wars The Last Jedi cameo.
Right.
Weird, isn't it?
Okay.
It's just odd. But he broke the rules.
Did he know?
Yeah, you don't tell people that you've got a cameo in Star Wars until after the films come out. And even then, you got to be coy about it. Daniel Craig still hasn't confirmed if that's him or not in Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So Future Quest is coming to an end. Issue 12. However, it's being replaced by Future Quest Presents.
Right.
I always like it when we get a comic that's something presents, and it's just like one-shots of an anthology series of just one-shots. It reminds me of the 70s, even though I wasn't alive.
It makes sense for Future Quest to be a present book rather than its own thing.
I'm going to save that till last. Bane, Scarecrow, and Captain Cold have all joined Injustice 2.
That's kind of cool.
That's cool. I'm so hyped that Captain Cold is in Injustice 2. And that's joined Thingamajig, Grodd. And there was a little trailer that's It's Good to Be Bad. That was fun. I like Grodd.
Can we quickly talk about one minor thing on a Shia LaBeouf's new film?
The fact that his new film sold 1 ticket in the UK.
No. It's jumped by 200%. Cinema Manager.
So it's done 3 tickets.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
he's pulling out the big bucks.
They're bringing the film's final theatrical haul in the UK to $26. Wow.
Yeah, it's a real shit show, that.
Pretty much.
So Doom Patrol is going on a bit of a break. It's had delay problems already.
Yeah.
And is after issue 6 comes out, which is supposedly this month, another issue's not going to come out until July, and it's going to go on a proper break. And with issue 7 returning in July. For a moment, people thought it was cancelled. But then Gerard Way came out and was like, no, it's not cancelled. New issue's coming in July. Which is brilliant, because in the end of the last issue, fucking Crazy Jane turned up. And she is the best. She is the best. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again
Right.
Marvel posted on their Twitter or Axel Alonso posted on his Twitter a picture that said Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again. So that's happening.
I can't just
it's
feel anything
doesn't.
for that.
Yeah. So they still haven't found a director for the new Flash movie.
Right. How long has this been going on for now?
A year.
Jeez.
But now apparently they want Jordan Peele, who directed the very successful Get Out horror movie that came out a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to think that this film's never going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's just going to get pushed back and back until eventually just goes, no, we're alright.
I have a theory, which I've stolen, which is what I think the route the DC movie is going down. So we'll get to that in a minute when we talk about the Justice League trailer. There's not a lot more news. Big Bang Theory's Melissa Rauch is voicing Harley Quinn in the Bruce Timm Batman Harley Quinn animated film. Now if you're doing a Bruce Timm animated movie, why the fuck is it not the original voice cast of the animated series?
Yeah,
I don't think it's Kevin Conroy voicing Batman either.
What? That's ridiculous.
Which I'll be very angry about. It's not going to seem right.
No.
And why couldn't they get Tara Strong? Tara Strong didn't voice her in the animated series, but she voiced her in Arkham. But she can pretty much do the same as Arlene Sorkin. Why not get Tara Strong? Or Arlene Sorkin's still alive, for God's sake. She probably doesn't want to do the voice anymore, but, you know. And why Big Bang? The animated series, Aaron, it's so good.
True, but it's one of those ones now with the Bruce Timm stuff. It's just now it's kind of the expanded universe of it. So
yeah. Marvel Heroes is coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh.
And even though I've got it on my laptop, it probably means I'll finally play it. Defenders will drop on Netflix on August 18th.
Right.
That's that. Now, Marvel are currently saying there are going to be no more big events for at least 18 months after Secret Empire.
What do they classify as big?
Line-wide.
Yeah,
so,
I can see it happening.
Secret Empire, IVX, Civil War. They better stay to their word.
Yeah, I can see it happening, but there's still going to be events just based around the X-men and the Inhumans.
Yeah, well, during bloody Secret Empire, we got this Venomverse event, which apparently sounds like it's just going to be Spider-Verse, but with 100 different Venoms.
Yeah, it could be fun. But, meh.
Now, probably the biggest news. Oh no! Now before we jump into the big news, now I've got a fun bit of news for your ear. Arrow's Stephen Amell will compete on a celebrity edition of American Ninja Warrior.
Ooh.
So Green Arrow is going to take on the American Ninja Warrior.
Let's see how buff he is.
Howard Porter's done a variant for Flash issue 22, and Jay Garrick's on it, and I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, because it's the other Flash.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. Unless it's Rival, it might be Rival actually. It's black and grey. I don't know. But the big news, the two big pieces of news, 2 new comic book movies have been announced in the last few weeks. The first was being the one I'm going to talk about second. But Robert Kirkman's Invincible is coming to the big screen.
Right.
It's about time. I've wondered why this how it's taken this long.
Funding more likely.
For them, probably. But, I've not read Invincible, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Oh yeah, it's highly celebrated.
But I'm super excited for this movie. And that's because it's going to be produced and directed by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And that's just amazing. But, bigger than that, DC have made a big play. And
Right.
Joss Whedon is directing a Batgirl movie.
Oh.
Now, yeah. Now I'm not that excited. However, this could mean big things for DC movies.
Yeah.
So, Matt Reeves' Batman film, Nightwing's been announced, and now Batgirl's been announced. And you know how I said Flash probably ain't going to happen now? So, I'm now thinking, the Flash movie ain't going to happen. Cyborg ain't going to happen. And I've kind of stolen this from Mark Bernardin, but I did have sort of my ideas that these films weren't going to come out. Green Lantern film, not going to happen. And it's essentially, they're just going to be Batman films.
Batman all the time, yeah.
It's just going to be big Bat family films. And it wouldn't be such a bad idea.
No, it wouldn't be such a bad idea for most of them.
Because you can guarantee you're going to make money if it's Batgirl, if it's Batman. Well, it seems to be you can guarantee to make money if it's a superhero movie, but because Suicide Squad still did it. But yeah,
yeah. I mean, let's face it. I mean, with Green Lanterns not being going to be the latest thing being set up.
It just if we don't know if he appears or not in Justice League, but it's not looking like it. Right, let's just sort of segue this into the Justice League trailer.
Yeah.
Because now Superman's missing from the trailer, which I didn't actually pick up on the first time I watched it. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Oh wait, there's no Superman.
Well, that makes sense because they are still thinking that the whole Superman is alive is a big reveal when.
Yeah, it'll be the end of the film probably.
Yeah.
Or towards the end of the second act.
Yeah, second act.
Now the trailer, I didn't think the trailer was anything special, but it was cool.
It had some good moments in it, for definite.
Aquaman stole the trailer.
Yeah.
With all his action pieces. Him riding along the Batmobile, jumping off of it, and piling into a group of parademons is arguably the coolest thing I've ever seen on screen.
Sure.
But Wonder Woman still can't act.
Yeah.
And Ezra Miller's still playing Barry Allen.
And Cyborg just looks so...
Cyborg is Cyborg. And Bruce Wayne's talking like he's Tony Stark. Which I don't like.
It's not looking great.
And there's a load of slow motion, and I hate slow motion. But that's Zack Snyder.
He's never... It's like the issue you have with every... Well, it's the Michael Bay syndrome.
Yeah.
But that lens flare, just going to have slow motion all the time.
I feel like... I think this is going to be better than Batman v Superman.
Can't get much worse.
But I don't... I think this film's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be great. But I don't think it's going to be god-awful. I think it's going to be a 7. Which, when I hear the words Justice League, with probably a $400 million budget, I expect big stuff.
Yeah. I'm
but,
with you on that one.
Like, I've been beaten and I'm being flogged like a dead horse now with the DC.
Oh, yeah. It's just one of those ones of... They've tried so hard, and it's always, it's the next best thing. It's like, just stop it.
It's... When you're doing so well, I don't know how many times we have to say this, but I'm going to say it every time. When you're doing so well with the TV, how can you do so badly with the films? Like, I know they're two completely different mediums, but like they're killing it on TV. They're absolutely killing it. Every show is brilliant. All 4 of them are brilliant. I don't count Gotham. Yeah, it's just they're doing Black Flash, Aaron.
I know.
Black Flash, and he's chasing after Eobard Thawne. I see that on a weekly basis. It's amazing. And there's the JSA, and there's Abracadabra was in it this week, and Savitar,
now,
and Killer Frost. It's just...
As we're on trailers...
yeah.
And a bit of a segue for the last thing before we head off.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah, the latest Spider-Man one.
Fuck off.
I'm really annoyed with it now.
It's Iron Man 4.
Yeah, it really is.
And do you know what I read today?
Go on.
Apparently Spider-Man's going to have a Jarvis-like AI in his suit.
I'm really glad that he gets rid of it halfway through the film.
One, who's that Asian kid? Is that Ganke? Is that supposed to be Ganke?
Maybe.
Because that's not Peter's friend. Who is he in love with? Did he say Liz in the trailer? I think he says Liz.
Right.
So I think the love interest is Liz Allen, who doesn't look to be played by Zendaya. Like everyone thought, Zendaya was playing Mary Jane and she was the love interest. That doesn't seem to be the case. Plus, the only thing I liked about the trailer was Michael Keaton's Vulture.
Yeah, I really liked that.
And just the fact that Shocker's in it, because, we love Shocker.
It was the fact that, like, when you see the setup of the whole Spidey trying to hold together 2 pieces of the fairy, from the first trailer, it's like, oh, this looks really cool. It's kind of like, the classic Tobey Maguire Spider-Man style look.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what they're trying to replicate.
Yeah.
They're trying to replicate that arguably, no, hands down, my favourite scene in any superhero movie. The train sequence from Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
When he gets passed through the train and they're like, we won't tell. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. It's not just something.
What irritated me, though, was when they actually gave you the rest of the pan shot of...
Yeah, and it's like...
Here are the Iron Man suits.
Oh, Iron Man turns up and saves the day.
And then takes away the suit, because...
And the line... Oh, if you're no one without the suit, then you don't deserve the suit.
What are you, Stark? What are you? Without your suit, you are legitimately nothing. You have
the worst thing is that this film is going to be good.
I don't think it's going to be.
It will be. It will be. It's Marvel, and no matter how much we shit on them, the films are good. They are. They're good.
No, yeah.
They're good
if
films.
If anything, it's going to be Michael Keaton's going to carry it home.
Yeah, he carries most films he's in home.
As long as they don't kill him, we'll be alright.
Oh, they will.
Oh, don't. Yeah, they will.
They will. It's just like... You say that Spider-Man's coming into the MCU. I'm like, oh, cool, finally. And then he turns up in Civil War, and you're like, oh, he's so cool. And then none of that coolness is in that trailer.
No.
The only cool thing, actually, about Spider-Man in that trailer was in the last trailer, and that's the fact that he's got the webs under his armpits.
Yeah, for gliding and stuff. That looks really cool.
And what's with the spider coming off his chest and flying around like a drone?
Yeah,
what's that all about?
People are assuming that's an incarnation of the Spider Tracer.
It's not right.
Yeah.
Just why? Why can't... Why? I hate Marvel. I don't hate Marvel. I hate what Marvel has become.
They are quite bloated now.
I miss my old Marvel. I miss early 2000s, mid-2000s Marvel. When it was so good.
You never know, it might eventually get back.
Hopefully, with the new direction they're going to take it back, pull a rebirth, and put everything back where it should be.
Yeah.
I don't mind having Kamala Khan around. Keep her around if you must. But Just give me what I want. It works. Look at DC's sales.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 14 in last month's highest selling books was the first Marvel Universe book, which was Amazing Spider-Man, which is always going to sell, no matter what. So, Marvel, obviously something's wrong. DC are killing it. That's all I can say. Like I've said at the end of every single show for the last year.
And we'll be saying the same at the end of this one. But anyway, thank you for listening to this kind of weird mishmash of 2 separate days of opinions, but it worked in the end. We're all happy.
Yeah, boys.
And we'll be back again.
Before we go,
yes,
always remember the rigmarole. Follow us on Twitter, Comic Relaunched. Follow us on Facebook. Send us messages. I need topics to talk about because I'm not smart enough to think of them myself. Send them to me on Twitter or YouTube comments or Facebook posts or email me at jakearcher16@gmail.com. Simple as that. Send me stuff. I need ideas.
Well, you've heard it, folks. We need more ideas. So, and if you can help us, then we can help you give it more good content out there. So, hit us up on those places, and you'll hear from us next time. So, thank you all for listening, and this is definitely over the half hour from last time. So, fantastic. We'll see you next time.